than what we have. And often it is our own children. Forget about others, we do that to our own children. We do that with our siblings. We definitely do that with our neighbors and friends and colleagues and anybody else on the road. I remember my brother used to say, hey, today I came with such a speed home. He would decide to walk home from the station. Good half an hour walk. And then he would create competition with somebody who was walking ahead of him. वो मेरे से आगे कैसे जाए, इतना फास्ट कैसे चले, मैं उससे तेज चलूंगा. अरे जबरदस्ती. A yogi will say, this is not healthy. This is not going to help you to become steady in your mind. Not walking fast. Walking fast is okay. But that competition, I will walk faster than him, when none exists. That man doesn't even know you're competing with him. हाँ, ड्राइविंग में भी मेरी गाड़ी सबसे आगे होनी चाहिए. अरे बाप रे, इस मुंबई के ट्रैफिक में. And then there are accidents, exactly. What I want to bring to your notice is that we aspire for something like yoga. हम वहां तक जाना है और हम डे टू डे लाइफ के अंदर इतना सा भी चेंज नहीं करते. So then is it possible? So through those higher concepts, I want to bring to your notice that it is possible to apply them in our lives even today in small ways. And even those small little ways will give us great results. So compassion towards anyone and everyone who may be less than. Now again, as a parikarma, it is not to feel compassion only. It is to, just like we did for friendliness, you should be able to identify the feeling of compassion and apply it to everyone. Can you be in general compassionate towards the world? Because very obviously everybody sitting next to each other will find you are better than the other person in some one way. The next person might be better than you in some another way. So there is scope for compassion for the entire humanity and the living world and the non-living also, because they are at our disposal for protection. For today, environment and global warming, we're talking about so much. If we were compassionate, we won't have to worry about it. But we have somewhere forgotten, lost our compassion. So let us apply that. The third thing in this, this is one parikarma going on. Maitri, Karuna, third is Mudita. Mudita is humility. Just as compassion towards somebody who has less than you, humility towards the one who has anything more than you. Again, as I said, the other person may have in one aspect less knowledge than you. In another aspect, he might be an expert. Yes? Like the other day I had somebody here who's in the giant in the financial field. So I said, आप इतनी विनम्रता से मेरी बात सुन रहे हैं, मेरी बात को मान रहे हैं, but believe me, आप शेयर्स की बात करने लग जाओ तो मुझे शेयर का, मेरे को तो शेयर मालूम है. आपके शेयर्स मेरे को इतना सा भी नहीं समझ में आता है. तो it is not that only I know more. Even I can learn from you. But for that, you have shown humility to come and sit here in front of me and learn from me. When you are going to teach about shares, please tell me. I would also want to practice my humility. Because yes, I am totally ignorant in that field. This is about knowledge. But then this, for every other field also, just as much. हम लोग हर समय खो खो खेल रहे होते हैं दुनिया में, है कि नहीं? तो वो खो खो खेलना चाहिए. पकड़ के अपनी कुर्सी पे बैठ जाएंगे, then we'll stagnate. Then we cannot progress. The game of Kho-Kho is actually a philosophical game. It's taught to us as small children. And if you look at the rules of the game Kho-Kho, state level and national level, you will see it is very, very philosophical. Try and look at it in this light. You can get the rules on the net. Search for the game of Kho-Kho and its state rules and national rules, and you will see next time when you go for a picnic, play Kho-Kho and play it with the philosophical attitude. That's a good room for practicing humility and compassion in that game. Definitely. I play that game with my students. Some of you may not know, I'm a school teacher and ex-principal of school. I've given up teaching and being a principal now. I do freelance training, and therefore I am here also passionate about spreading this knowledge of yoga, and help gives this platform, so therefore I'm here. Okay, so compassion and humility, they go hand in hand. Finally, upeksha. I used to wonder when I first read this, that how can something as negative as upeksha be a part of parikarma in a science like yoga, which is talking of pure sattva. I'm talking about reaching a state of pure sattva, where no rajas and no tamas is inflicting, no obstacles are there. Then why upeksha? Upeksha, because if you understand the whole idea that we started with, we said concentrate on Ishvara to acquire the qualities like the Ishvara. Then I gave you the story of the cock. There are beings in this world, there are lifestyles that people live in this world, which are totally tamasic and rajasic type. So if you are going to be acquainted with those people, you are going to live in the company of those people, you cannot expect yourself to become sattva predominant. So upeksha is exactly opposite of friendliness. You try and avoid them. You cannot hurt them, because hurting is not allowed in yoga. That would become egoistic. Ego will become strong, then that's not desirable. What is important is to feel compassion towards them, and if you find that the person is not worthy of your compassion also, you can't find anything one positive to be humble about with that person, then best is to avoid the company of such people. उनसे दुश्मनी भी नहीं कर रही है, क्योंकि दुश्मनी करोगे तो बन जाओगे उनसे. याद है ना कि कंस को सबसे ज्यादा कृष्ण क्यों याद आता था? वो उसका दुश्मन था. दुश्मनों को हम दोस्तों को शायद भूल जाएं, दुश्मनों को नहीं भूलते हैं. इसलिए दुश्मनी तो नहीं करना है ऐसे लोगों से. दुश्मनी तो उससे करो जिसको आप हमेशा अपने साथ रखना चाहते हो. राइट, उससे दुश्मनी करो, क्योंकि आप दुश्मनों को कभी नहीं भूलते हो. ये हमारा मनुष्य मात्र का स्वभाव है. सो इफ यू वांट to keep somebody with you all the time, have animosity with that person. But for a yogi, nobody is worthy of animosity. That feeling doesn't exist. It has to be replaced with friendliness finally. Maybe you might have to begin with upeksha. You might progress to humility. You might further progress to compassion towards that person. And you will be able to come to friendliness towards one and all. Hey, how does the world look? Too good to be true. Utopia. But believe me, the yogi creates this world and lives in this. Without living in this kind of a world, he cannot become transcendental in his life. To transcend this entire world, Buddha, what did he do? He had compassion. He had compassion for one and all. People may have considered Buddha as their enemy, but he did not have enemy in his mind. So that is what we need. And those are the states we are all capable of reaching and arriving at. You can do that in 10 lifetimes. You can do it in 10 years. You can do it in 10 days. And it can happen in 10 seconds. Be your friend, best friend. It is the strength of your willpower.
And one is love and friendliness. Another one is always having a humility. So So, Mahatma Gandhi can do that.
Mahatma Gandhi was a human being like you and me.
Yeah, but he was
He did. How did he become exceptional? By his constant practice. Why? Okay.